welcome back to Kids Kitchen. Today we're going to be making fondant. Let's get started. What you're going to need for this is powdered sugar, marshmallows, and tasteless oil. Let's get started. Okay, so the first step is to combine your bag of marshmallows with 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. You can use mini marshmallows or you can use jumbo marshmallows. And 3. Okay, so now we're just going to bring this over to the microwave. So we've melted up our marshmallows, so now we're going to transfer this to a larger bowl. Alright, so we've transferred it to a larger bowl, so now we're going to add our powdered sugar. Okay, so you're going to start by pouring in about a cup of powdered sugar. Okay, so now we're going to stir it in. Okay, so once you've mixed in your powdered sugar pretty well, you'll notice that your mixture is still pretty much more marshmallow than solid fondant. So let's add 1 more cup of powdered sugar. Okay, so I've mixed in another cup of powdered sugar and it's still melty marshmallow. Let's add another cup. So I've also noticed after adding our 3rd cup of powdered sugar to our marshmallow mixture, it makes it a little bit thicker and way less sticky. Once your mallow mixture gets really hard to stir, you can take it out now and use your hands. Put a little bit of oil on your hands so that it's easier to mix. Oh my goodness. Okay, this mixture is still very, very sticky. Let's add another cup of powdered sugar. If you don't want to mix it with your hands, you can leave it in the bowl and stir with your spatula. Just know it'll be a little bit harder than mixing it with your hands, but you'll definitely have less of a cleanup. It helps to kind of wash off your hands so there's no sticky mixture left over. If your fondant starts getting kind of crumbly and not sticky at all, like this, clear all the powdered sugar off your area so you can just have a clear space. Okay, so I cleared off my surface and I'm kind of covered in powdered sugar, but that's besides the point. Let's start kneading our dough. Fondant is not sticky anymore. Fondant should be kind of stretchy, but not as stretchy as the marshmallow goop. Your fondant might be a little bit sticky to the touch, so if it is, you can add more powdered sugar, but just a sprinkle. To knead your fondant, press it down, fold it, press it down, fold it. Continue until it's well combined. Okay, so our space is finally cleaned up and we have our completed fondant. This was a really easy 30-minute homemade marshmallow fondant. If you're not going to use all your fondant today, you can wrap it in some cling wrap and store it in the fridge. Now I'm going to show you how to roll out your fondant and make some cool shapes with it. First, you're going to get a store-bought cupcake and you're going to scrape off and dye the icing blue and put it into a Ziploc bag. Snip off the corner of the Ziploc, swirl it or do anything you want. The icing. Okay, so here's mine so far. The reason it's looking so messy is because the icing resembles the water and the waves, of course. Your cupcake to the side. So now we're going to roll out our fondant. So first you're going to sprinkle some powdered sugar on your surface and just kind of get it evenly spread. And then grab your fondant and put it on top. Now coat your rolling pin with powdered sugar. Okay, so now you're just going to roll out your fondant just like this. So if you are going to lay this over a cake, you will roll it out very, very thin, but thick enough where it won't break. If you want to color your fondant, you can use food dye. Okay, so we got our fondant rolled out and it looks so amazing. So now we're going to cut out our desired shape. I'm just using a knife to freehand this because I don't have a mermaid tail cookie cutter. So I have my mermaid tail shape. I know it's not perfect, but In my defense, I was using a knife, so yeah. So you can either use a cookie cutter or you can use a knife. Be careful if you do. And yeah, you can cut out whatever shape you like. To stick your fondant together better, you can get your finger wet with a little bit of water. Now just run your finger over the fondant and lay your piece on top. And there you go, stuck. So this is how my mermaid tail looks, and yeah, let's put it on the cupcake. Depending on how thick your fondant is, you might have to let it dry for about 20 to 30 minutes. To stabilize your fondant on top of your cake, you can use toothpicks. That was amazing. It was so easy with only 2 ingredients. Okay, here's my attempt at a mermaid tail. Maybe it would look better if I did dye the fondant, but great job.